So, an evaluation of the experience. Overall, it was an extraordinary movie in itself, which depicted the daily battles that people with anorexia deal with. I believe watching the film was useful in understanding the trauma and pain that these individuals go through with not only their relationship with food, but also with their family, friends, society, and most importantly, themselves. The movie portrayed the symptoms and strains of being an anorexic in a clear and concrete manner. However, the treatment plan that was depicted in the movie was confusing in the sense that it seemed a bit unrealistic. The patients were not being frequently monitored by a higher authority regarding their dietary intake, and progress was not being induced for most of the patients. For example, in the movie, there was a character named Anna who was also undergoing treatment at the same institution. Anna had a barf stash, as Ellen called it, under her bed, and there were no actions taken against it or even a notion to check if all patients were refraining from anorexic habits, such as purging, which makes me question if there was even any progress occurring at all through this flexible treatment plan. Under what circumstances might you recommend this movie to another? I would recommend this item for someone who wants a basic understanding about anorexia. However, I wouldn't recommend anorexics and their loved ones to watch this movie, since there are some scenes that can be triggering and misleading, especially if someone is looking for a way to recover through this movie. For example, towards the end of the movie, Ellen is being bottle fed by her mother, which is not a clinically proven treatment. I acknowledge the fact that this movie is based off of the director's personal experience with the eating disorder, so it is very personalized, which may also be the reason that it wouldn't resonate with the general audience that suffer from anorexia, since most people with anorexia haven't gone through such treatments, such as having no restrictions on what to eat and when to eat and being bottle fed. And this may lead them to be misled that this form of treatment is the only way to treat the disorder, and they might even try to access it when it's not a commonly accepted and practiced treatment route. Overall, the ending scene, it left me wondering if Ellen was able to recover from the disorder or not, since the ending was quite vague, with Ellen having an out-of-body experience, making her realize how unhealthy she was and that she was in dire need of help. The movie ended with Ellen returning back to the residential home for treatment, but it doesn't confirm if Ellen did end up overcoming her disorder. Overall, the movie did an amazing job at explaining the symptoms and inner conflicts that people with eating disorders may go through. However, I believe the treatment plans should have had more of a realistic approach. Next slide. And these are our references. Thank you for tuning in.